Good morning, Ginger. Good morning, Lisa. Lisa, I'm going to make something real cute for your baby, your grandbaby. I don't know what yet because I'm looking through my YouTube videos to see what I can make because there's a lot of cute things for little boys on there. So I know probably like a baby hat and booties, but maybe something else too. I'm just going to look at what I can do. So just be prepared. I could, and baby stuff doesn't take that long to do because it's so small. Yeah. Um, I've got such good yarn here for for babies, like in blue. So yeah, I will be doing that. Hey, lady behaving. Hi, vegan, my friend. Thank you. How you doing? I'm thinking about Gemma. She lost, but I don't know when she said that her memorial. Life is a gem. Hello, darling. Luma, darling. Um, who wants to come up today? Come up, wherever you are. God, I'm so weird. I got up real early this morning, like I'm talking real early, like 5 o'clock, and then I just went back to sleep. I was like, oh no. I was up talking to Cindy and uh Lady Behaving last night, and Cindy had us cracking up. My God, that woman is funny. Do you guys talk to her like if you ever talk to her? Oh my gosh, the way she expresses herself and talks about things. Oh my God, it's so funny. Um, Ginger, Lady Behaving, are you guys coming up or what? We're going to talk a little bit about, and see, I can't really say too much about it. Gingerlocks knows more about it than I do, about the whole Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, the Royals. You know, a lot of that stuff I don't know as much about as Gingerlock's mom does. She knows all about that stuff. There we go, girls. That's the old link. The old linka linka. But I don't really know what's been going on with Johnny Depp. I know Gingerlocks is very passionate about this story, so um, she can talk more about it than I can. I'm basically know what she tells me. Like, yeah, I think this Amber Heard is a piece of work, but that's just my opinion. Don't come for me. Hey, darling.
Hi, hi, Chad.
Um, yeah, Ginger, I asked Ginger to come up and talk a little bit about Johnny. Hi, Pure Chaos. Oh, it's good afternoon there. Yeah, it is afternoon there.
Mm.
Um, oh, I want to say something. Private chat. Check private chat. Um, sorry, guys. There you go.
You okay?
Yeah. No, I had to write something in private.
Oh. Oh, look.
Hello.
That's such a
Hi.
that
I
pic-
love that picture. Look at your face in that picture. You're like, oh, I'm shocked.
Uh,
So what's going on with Amber Heard? And
I got to check the picture because the picture's just too funny. So I got to change the picture.
I love it. Is that all your friends?
That's my that's my Tina, who is
The
the
one that
blonde,
just had a birthday? She
the
just had a
one.
birthday.
Yes, and she's the one whose husband passed
she's
away.
cute.
To the
Oh
right
gosh.
is my other best friend's daughter, and the guys behind me are my friend Jill's fiance, who she's now married to now. The one who I told you is like married to a 14-year-old guy, much younger. Those kids are
Yeah.
like in their 20s. Yeah, we're in our 40s. Well, no, they were in their 30s. But at anywho, yeah, so they're Evan's
She's a
friends.
cougar. What do they call us? Older women that go for younger guys.
We're fun people.
We're cougars. My husband's younger than me, but only like by a year. So
Yeah, that's
no,
not a cougar.
that's like it's not tacos. Good morning. Haven't seen you in forever.
I
Just stopped
know.
by to say hello. I gotta get back to work now. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, you too, tacos. I know you're in hell right now, but I hope you have a great day. I love
Don't try to let
tacos.
them get you down too much. I got to change
Yeah.
that. There
So,
we go.
okay, give us your news.
Which news am I? Which news am I starting with?
Okay, talk about the Royals for one. I know a little bit about the Royals.
All
Not a lot,
right.
but
Well, yeah. Well, the Royals, is the Royals. I'm trying to see if I can edit this picture. Now I'm like kind of mad at myself for like changing it.
what, your picture? You
Yeah,
go to
Why?
edit. I like that picture, to be honest with you. I think it's
I
cute.
I think it's just silly. That's why I'm like,
Well, yeah, but you look
What's
so
wrong
damn
with
cute in
silly?
it. There's nothing wrong with silly.
nothing wrong.
Nothing
No,
wrong with silly.
I
I
loved
think it's
it.
cute. You look happy and shocked. You're shocked and happy.
It was supposed because I think it was always supposed to be a picture of me and my friend. Then people all jumped in. I'm like, ah.
I think it's adorable.
All
Oh,
right.
Tacos is sitting in her office and sweet as we speak. Okay.
Hello,
Well, you have a
darling.
great day.
Hello, my darling. I adore her. She knows that though. So, we're going to talk with the Royals. We're going to talk about the Royals.
Yeah,
What is
I
up
don't.
with? Come on, Prince Harry. What the hell?
I am. How
I
you doing?
am.
How you
Good
doing?
morning. Um, by the way, thank you to everybody, and I know you guys say don't apologize. Not that I'm apologizing, but thank you all for listening to me yesterday with me having just a rough day.
I get it.
Doctors
I
are
get it.
helping me a little bit at the moment. We're just hoping it helps. If not, I got to move forward. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. But
Well, you know that you don't have to apologize here. And I think you help a lot. Hi, Ms. Dorky. I think you help. Ems, hello. I think you help a lot of people by showing the human side of, dealing with pain. It's a real thing.
I know.
It's a real
That,
thing.
like I said yesterday, I was brought up, and honestly, I kind of quartered my mom last night.
Hmm.
I'm like, you know what, mom, you said something, and it kind of bugged me. And I'm not the one to like really get bugged and be like, oh, she didn't mean anything by it. She didn't. But for what she said about a guy that I went to school with who got COVID, and that he
Hmm.
didn't complain and nobody knew, isn't that so good of him? Well,
Right.
why is that good? Why? Because he didn't complain or he didn't tell you, and it was better that he held it in. But yeah,
No.
in that age group, yes, that's how they were raised. Because my mom and dad are in late 70s, close to 80s. So
Yeah.
I'm just lucky that I still have them. Remy, I'm still having a kind of not so great. I'm just hoping that these steroids kick in sometime soon. That's all. That's all.
Do they usually, like when you take them, do they usually work? Or is it just
Depends.
hit and miss?
Depends. Like I will have to see like if I take one and nothing helps, like I'll take two, but then I gotta call them and let them know, hey, look, the first round didn't work. I had to take an extra round because they know how painful this is and what the goal is. And as far as I'm aware, in I am not going to a hospital. Like I do not want to go to a hospital.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. You've had bad luck. You go in the hospital, you think for a couple of days, and
And
end
I
up
never
there.
get out.
You're in there for 2 months. You know what I mean?
Unless
Like, I don't
you're
blame you.
unless I go against doctor's orders and leave.
What's going on with you, Remy? She said it's a bad day for her. Are you okay? You not feeling well?
Oh, Rem, I'm sorry. Remy.
We were
Sorry.
talking
I thought it
to
was Rem.
Cindy last night, and oh my God, that woman's been through a lot. Yeah, she's been through a
You know,
lot.
we all probably have a lot of stories, and we all have and I would say a lot of us on here because either A, we're there's a reason why a lot of us are home during the day. Um, like for instance, my friend has a wine business, right? And she has a wine business that I thought, okay, maybe I could start my own, and it's literally buy wine over the internet and have it delivered to your house. You
You
can't
were telling me about that.
Right, and it's delicious. It's Sonoma wine. It's really good. And I had tasted her Cabernet the other day. It was a little bit too much, but she had a Malbec, and the Malbec was unbelievable.
Did you see what
Absolutely.
Taco said? Did I tell you about the client I had to admit to treatment for THC use because she has gastroparesis? That's when I knew I wanted to leave. And M said, my daughter finished her tennis season last night and now officially went 2 seasons undefeated. Woohoo!
Wait,
Good for your daughter.
why did you have to admit a patient for well, I mean, I guess it's a
THC?
controlled
I don't
substance.
understand.
That's a controlled substance in Texas. Um,
Oh, is it?
well, yeah, because it's not legal. So, or I don't know. I'm kind of confused by what you're saying. Does she have to go
Yeah,
into
me too.
rehab because of smoking weed?
Morning, Bailey.
That to me seems a little extreme.
Hi, Bailey.
She had to admit her into the hospital?
Well,
Our
she said
treatment.
that. Did I tell you that I had to admit?
It's information bullshit. I had to admit her because it's not legal here.
That's
So
what
on
I
the
was saying.
technicality alone, yeah, she would qualify. Wow.
That's messed up,
That's so
man.
stupid. Sorry.
Is it
But I
180?
she
Remember
knows.
180? 180 talked about THC and how much it helped him, his
Yep.
pain, managing his pain.
Well, right now, like I had to take some medication, and it's just better for me when I take this medication just to kind of like stay still, be in bed because it can make you dizzy. But I still use my CBD, especially during the day. And oh my God, an indica CBD, which is where I have a CBD store still with us because for whatever reason, New Jersey still not has figured out how to sell marijuana, but we still have like really good CBD stores. So I go to the CBD store and I get these indicas, which are 95% indica, which is honestly the highest percent of indica you can really actually get. And I get it through a vape, and I'm telling you, it works unbelievably. And that's just CBD. Normally, I'm
Wow.
like, you kind of need the THC because a lot of people, if you get
Yeah,
pure,
what's the difference
all right,
between THC and
there's
CBD?
this, well, CBD is, ooh, I just knocked you out of my ear. CBD is kind of like the healing property that's in it, where THC gives you the head high. Where for me, when I smoke CBD, especially the indica, my whole body feels it. It doesn't necessarily go to my head, but my whole body will become more
Did you
relaxed.
see Beth says it helps with my pain, stomach issues, and
Yes.
anxiety?
Absolutely, Beth.
Yes. It makes me feel very
I mean,
calm. I don't get high.
But see, the problem for me is like right now, the problem I'm having is my ankylosing spondylitis, where it's
damn
which
it,
we
I'm
which
supposed
we
to say
call
that.
AS, we call AS for short. I don't really necessarily call that all the time.
I just like saying it.
And it's just that like my body literally turns into stone as the day goes on. It's literally like you're carrying cement, like a brick of cement on your back, and it gets heavier and it moves up your neck and things like that, to the
Hmm.
point where it hurts to move and you can't even lift your back because it does feel like you're lifting a piece of stone.
Yep.
I haven't sent. Yeah,
I got that
I
name.
can't even, I really can't even imagine the pain that you have to endure.
Like gastroparesis is the worst. I'm just gonna be honest.
Hmm.
Gastroparesis is definitely the worst. This is like secondary shit for me now, but it's still like this AS part sucks, especially when it's in a flare. But I will say this: thankfully, I'm not in an AS flare more than 2 to 3 times a year.
Em
It
said,
could
I
be
need
worse.
some of that. My body has been feeling like I was hit by a bus for pushing herself too hard.
Is it
Uh,
legal where you are, Ems?
And if you can get CBD and indica CBD,
Yes.
which is totally legal, and it should be legal in New York State, and you go to one of those stores and you look for an indica CBD, you can buy that. That's completely legal.
she's in New York, isn't she? Or is she in New
Mhm.
Jersey?
She's New York State, yeah. She's
So it's the same, right? It's the same there as what
no,
it is in New
no,
Jersey,
no,
or
no,
is
no,
it different?
no, no. It's a different state, different laws. I don't know how
Yeah.
their laws are different than ours. I don't know how similar they are because I don't
It's so
necessarily.
hard to get anxiety. I have no problems getting them, but then I'm bipolar, so
She's
I am
so
permanently on
addicted to Tylenol.
anxiety meds. It's so funny
So
because the other day I thought I was out, and it turned out my doctor had given me a prescription for 3 months,
I forgot.
and
Go for it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
but the pharmacy only gives you a month and a half at a time, and that's why I ran out. So I didn't run out because it was there. It was there waiting for me, but
Yeah.
I remember that Ems, yes, she does have a low tolerance to medication. That I do remember when she was really sick back in like I guess it was last summer or something, or
do
was it?
you remember? Do you remember when she got pneumonia? Oh my God, she was
Oh
so
yeah,
sick. She was
that's
so
that's
sick.
I think what I was. That's what I'm talking about when she got so sick like
Oh
that.
my God. I think she lost about 20 pounds, and oh God, she looked it. That's when she used to go live. I wish she'd start going live again. I used to like
I
going
don't
into
think
her live streams.
I don't think she wants to. And honest to God, I can't say I blame her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
A lot of bullshit going on lately.
You know,
I smoke pot and use CBD oil. My husband takes muscle relaxers,
my
and the
only problem
CBD
is
oil helps him.
my only problem is the pot gets really expensive. Really, really expensive. No, like I mean, yeah. Oh my God. So I told you yesterday when I had to go because I was dealing with this flare and I had to call my doctor and it was a big fight for my doctor to call me back. And apparently, I'm not the only one doing this with this doctor's office. But they helped me with some medications, but it took till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But at least it is helping, but it's still not helping my back like relieve the stress off it yet. It's just weird. If that makes any sense to anybody, I don't know.
Do you
Remy,
think, Ginger Locks, that you build up a tolerance to your medication?
Oh hell
And it's
yeah!
okay. And
You
it's
so
just
if
not
you
working
build
the
up a
same.
tolerance, then it's not going to work you at the same
Yeah,
dosage that it
exactly.
worked
no,
when
and
you
the
first
problem
started.
is the more higher you go with the dose, like I have these edibles. You could ask certain people who've had my edibles. They're pretty freaking strong. And when like for instance when Marissa was having her headaches and I said please just take it for your headache because she was so bad with her headache that day, but
Yeah.
it worked for her. She went to sleep, it worked. And when she woke up, her head her headache wasn't anywhere near as bad, so I was just glad that it worked. But
Yeah.
I don't think I think she said that it's not for her. And you know what, it isn't for everybody. I hated getting stoned. I was not a stoner like in college and stuff at all. I was a drinker.
I've never been like, I was never into drugs. Like, I wouldn't, you could have given me a bag of tea leaves and I would have thought it was marijuana. You know what I mean? Like, I just never was. I just know
Here,
you could
here,
have put
Carla,
flour on a
give her
plate that it
oregano.
was, yeah. I just never was very smart about that stuff. Hi, Gemma. Um,
Hi,
Morning,
sweetie
Gemma.
Gemma.
my son is bipolar, and you used to see everybody that's bipolar has all different medications. Like you get. It took them 2 years to get me on a cocktail that was good for me. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like everybody's so different.
very common. It takes time to figure out the right medication and dosage. It's very
Mhm.
common.
And there's no shame in it. I mean, there's so many people like it's like autism nowadays. Like I don't remember when I was younger, so many people being diagnosed with autism, but now it's kind of common. You know what I mean? Like the same with bipolar. Or it just wasn't a thing. Like I
You know
really
what?
believe my dad might have been bipolar.
Can I ask you a question? Could we ask Gemma to come up? Um, I would just like
Sure.
to ask her a couple of questions in regards to autism. I mean,
Okay.
I have a nephew who is autistic, but he is so severely autistic, and
Mm.
it isn't something like my sister understands it. I
Beth, I believe it.
I empathize, but I don't have a clear understanding. Maybe she could I mean, even though I see him and I understand what's going on, but I don't know what necessarily might be going on in through his brain, during these times. Like
Gemma, can you come up?
if
Come
she
up
has
on
time,
panel
that's all.
if you have
I know
time. Hi,
today's a
Evelyn.
hard day for her. I think her friend is being cremated today.
Oh,
Yeah, I
if
don't.
you don't feel up to it, I totally
Yeah, if
understand.
you can't, we understand. Evelyn, I think is. I don't know if she's like a healthcare worker. She said numbers are increasing, but we are getting better at recognizing it too. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty good at
probably
recognizing
why we see it a lot more. Oh, here she comes. Here she is.
it.
Hi,
Okay,
Gemma.
Hi, sweetie.
sweetie.
Hey Connor, hey B, hey Ginger, how are you?
Hey, how you doing today?
Yeah, trying to be positive. It's been a bit of a hard
We're here
morning
for
because
you.
I found out that two YouTubers had planned to do a supposed burial stream about my dead friend today, and I flipped my fucking shit
Oh my God.
because they're
What?
like, this guy has it coming. He needs to be taught this. I'm like, he's dead. Let him go. He's not here.
God, people
Hmm.
can be such assholes.
It's like, seriously, you've had what? The last year to have your vengeance and you've left it till today? Really?
Oh
That's
God.
gross.
So that kind of annoyed me. I woke up to emails going, you probably don't want to be seeing this. And I'm like, great,
I'm
really?
sorry,
Today of
honey.
all days. So it's kind of annoyed me, but I'm good. I'm okay. I'm trying to keep myself sane somewhat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Gingerlocks wants to ask you some questions.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
go for it.
Okay.
is
Now,
that okay?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you are an extremely wonderful, high functioning. You're great. I have a nephew who's super duper duper, so severe. Really hasn't been able to really verbalize stuff. He's 19, and you know, he has seizures a lot and things like that. And I, I, I can't. I understand what my sister's going through and how hard it is on her, but as
Yeah.
someone who's being autistic, what kind of do you have any idea what goes through someone's mind who's going through something like that?
When it comes to medication, I guess it's different because I don't actually take any medication per se, apart from my anxiety meds, which I'm on a very, very medium dose. I take 35 milligrams twice a day, which is once in the morning I wake up, once at night before bed. That's to just
Uh-huh.
help my moods to be stabilized for the most part. But each person on the spectrum has different dosage levels, and I guess it depends on what medication they're on. And also, one thing I do want to point out is a lot of doctors are very, very quick to prescribe medication for ADHD, for autism, and that's a big no no. If they ask the parent about prescribing Ritalin, no, run like hell because it's not for autism, it's for
Well,
people who are ADD.
here's the thing, like he's 19, so we've been dealing with this since he's been born. So there's been things he's outgrown medications, some kind of medications especially like for stuff like seizures and things like that, and he's not verbal, but he does come down, and he sees us, and he recognizes us.
Hi, Ben.
It's just,
Hey, Carl.
I'm
Okay.
just wondering how aware he might be, like that's like of what's going on. That's what I don't understand. From
Yeah,
one
so
day to the other.
the up and down mood things can be dependent on what emotion they're going through, what they're experiencing. So for me, like my emotions, so for today, I'd say not manic, but I'm very unstable with my emotions today because I'm upset, I've been angry, and I think it depends on where you are on the spectrum. Usually I control myself. For the most part, I don't really get angry or annoyed. I tend to bury it rather than let it destroy me, because I know if I do let my emotions out, it all becomes blurred because I can't separate what I'm feeling from one time to the next. So I'm either I'm good and I'm happy and everything's woohoo, or it hits the fan and I end up being complete upset and devastated, and I can't be helped. I get to the point where I have to just disappear to off anywhere because I don't know how to communicate with people. So it depends on where you are on the spectrum and how well you deal with it, I guess.
And so, and is it because when you feel that way that you cannot communicate with others, does it become very anxious for you that people aren't understanding maybe what you're trying to come across?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right now, I can say that my anxiety is probably more peaked than it has been for quite some time. And my anxiety, I'm usually quite controlled. I usually try and keep myself on such an even keel that people don't even notice I'm anxious half the time. They go, and then when I say to them, "Oh, I'm feeling anxious," they go, "You? Yeah, right. Ha ha. Like, you're not anxious." I'm like,
So, Gemma,
I can't show you.
you also just lost a friend, so also that is also going to play mentally on you as well.
Yeah, for
Hi,
sure.
Ben.
Hi, Carla.
Hi,
How
Ben.
you
Hi
doing,
Ben. Hi
Ben?
Ben. Hi Ben.
Hi, Carla. Hi, B. Hi, Ginger Locks. Hey, Gemma, are you okay?
Uh,
No, she's not.
No, she's
yes,
not.
no.
I know. I know she lost a close friend the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
she did.
cremations today at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then I wake up to some douchebags basically threatening to do a burial stream on him and dig all this supposed dirt on him and threatening to dox him and other crap. And I'm just like, today of all days, really? How ironic. He's
Yeah.
actually been cremated today. Let him go. Like, yes, the guy wasn't innocent. Yes, he had these demons. He had these problems. But let it all go. He's gone. He's not here to defend himself anymore.
Right.
Yeah. People sometimes are cruel on here.
Oh,
I just can't let things go.
sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of times. I'm
Sometimes.
sorry. That's true. A lot of times. Ben's one of
Yeah.
the good ones. Look, I always saw the good in Ben, to be honest with you. Even when he was like, he
I
was getting mad,
I
I always
agree.
saw him as a good guy.
Ben,
Always.
I did too. Even when things were rough for you and stuff, I always saw the goodness in you. I really did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Pure Tracy's got a question in there. She says, my friend's daughter loses the plot really badly since she was 2 years old, is now 5 years old, and still the same yet. They can't diagnose her because of her age. The doctors say it's all because of problems. That to me is medical negligence right there. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous because here in the UK, they diagnose ADHD, autism from the age of 2.5. So to say they can't diagnose her because she's 5 is utterly ridiculous. There is a test they can do for children that they do similarly to adults. They just change it to make it more child friendly. So that's you need to chase medical negligence for that. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, Evelyn was in here saying, before I started my clinical focus, I spent several years working with early intervention, which are services specialized for children birth through 3 with special needs. We are getting way better at diagnosing them now. There
Yeah,
you go.
there is better
Yeah.
diagnosis out there now. There's a lot better services that actually do what they're meant to be doing. But the problem is getting the referral to the actual diagnostician or the place where you're going to get assessed. Like for me, it took I started showing symptoms of the supposed autism, anxiety disorder when I was 17, and I didn't get diagnosed till I was 25. So it took me years to get through the system because
You're very high functioning though. You're one.
Yeah, I got told
Oh,
it was bipolar. I got
absolutely.
misdiagnosed with schizophrenia. I got misdiagnosed with manic depression. I got misdiagnosed again with ADD. Then I got diagnosed with classic ADD. Then that was wrong. And I'm like, seriously, what the hell's wrong with me? Like, why can't you get anything? And then it took a mental health worker to actually say, well, actually, I think she's got my son. And my son has high functioning autism. And I did all the tests, went for the referral. A year and a half later, boom, boom, bang, all done. And I'm like, really? So it took me 6 years from start to finish.
But I will say something to you. Like I have quite a few number of children in my family who are autistic, but you are absolutely wonderful. You are high functioning. You are wonderful with communicating with
Yes,
all of
very well
I
spoken.
He's
think
one of the good
you
ones.
are
Her
Yeah.
channel's awesome. Her
you're
channel's awesome.
phenomenal. You are
Yeah.
phenomenal. And that you have autistic and you can do this. I know that you've always worked at this, and I think you are doing amazing, Gemma.
Yeah,
And
she
you and
is.
Thank you,
you and
Ginger. I appreciate that.
we've
She's
known each
got a
other for a
heart
while.
so big. She's such an amazing young lady.
She's an angel.
Like, yeah, I just love her.
She's an
I
angel.
love her. She is.
I try and help people as much as I can, but the problem is people see it as a way to get at me. They see it as a way, oh, well, you know, she's one of these disabled people. She shouldn't be on YouTube. YouTube's a ground for being bullied and she's walking herself into trouble. And that's not what I'm about. I'm about people.
Hi, Jenna.
Hey, Gemma, I mean, even with someone like myself who deals with chronic pain and something different, not necessarily like you deal with, but you know, I get people telling me all the time I shouldn't be on here because I'm either in the hospital doing this. I'm
Hey,
like,
Honey Egg.
what am
Hi,
I?
Diana.
Hey,
Ronnie
Carla.
Egg.
Carla,
Yeah.
excuse me, Carla. I'm going to jump off.
Okay,
love
Ben.
you guys.
Thanks for
love you.
hopping
Thanks
up.
for coming up, Ben.
I love you guys. Everybody sub to Gemma's channel. She's awesome.
Jen,
Yeah,
Thank you,
everybody
Ben.
up her channel. Yeah,
so proud of you,
amazing.
Ben. You're doing
Thank you.
so awesome.
Yes,
Bye.
you are.
Come up, Jenna.
She was in her car. She said she was gonna pop
Oh,
up. As soon as
okay.
she
Hey,
got
Honey
home.
Egg. Hey,
Yeah,
how you
wasn't
doing,
enough.
Honey Egg? It's good to see
Hi,
you.
Runny Egg.
Love you, sweetie.
Thank you, babe. I appreciate the comment. Like the thing is, like people see what they want to see of me. They see it either as the weakness side, or they see it as, oh well, she's disabled. She doesn't know what the hell she's on about. And I'm like,
Aw.
I'm
Gemma,
the one that lives with it.
Gemma, I don't see one thing weak about you at all.
No.
Not one thing. You're not a weak
Oh
person.
no, she's
You are
very
amazing.
strong. She's
Yeah.
A lot of people don't see that. They see it as,
No, I've always had a soft spot for Gemma ever since she started coming to my chat. She's just such an amazing young lady. Like she's so well spoken.
Yes,
Gemma?
and more so than a lot of creators are, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Gemma,
Oh yeah.
always
Absolutely.
remember, you if you're live and you're happy and you're getting your point across and someone comes in, there are enough jerky people in the world who just want to toy with that sometimes. And always remember, it's not you. It's just people who are being assholes in the world.
Oh, don't worry. When I go in her chat and I see a-holes,
yeah.
they're
Carla's
gone.
very
Ask
quick.
Emma. They are gone. I
Yeah,
don't
Carla's
even
very
ask
quick.
her
She'll come in
anymore.
my chat and it's just like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, I didn't even see that. I'm like,
Well,
oh.
because people just go in chat sometimes just to be idiots. Like,
Wait, so Carla, you know how to you're good with the wrench then?
well, yeah, it's like it's a little easier in her chat because she doesn't have 500 people in there.
No, I usually have around between
You know,
20
if she had
25.
500, it would be a lot
I'm
harder.
totally teasing you. I'm teasing you.
Oh no, every time I go to do something in Marissa's, it's just another moderator has already done it. I'm like the worst. I keep thinking to myself, I'm the worst ever. Very seldom am I the first one to get something or catch something.
Aw,
Beth,
Ben.
so I think what Beth just said, that she said that she sees hope in me. That's really nice because we can all be hopeful and help people. The thing is, we all have different ways and different coping strategies to do it. And with YouTube, with me, it's very much about I use a lot of my coping strategies to survive. I do a lot of pre-planning. I script a lot of my bullet points if I'm doing a stream. I write everything down on a bit of paper. I double check it. I go through websites. I will go through everything I need to know before I even plan on doing a stream. I want to make sure I have facts, evidence, backed up not just by my own opinion, but by me having my own knowledge. So it's about making sure I have the medical with my own situation.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim. Kim A. How you doing? And I didn't say hello to Richard. Hi, Richard. Oh.
Like Ginger, I've spoken to Ginger on panels before. Like Ginger needs to know that she does a lot more inspirational stuff than what she gives herself credit for. And I've seen her do streams on chronic health, I've been on panels with them and she's talked about it. And hearing another adult go through some of the struggles she's been through and some of the chronic health things she goes through, like it's inspiring, because when I talk about my chronic health and my anxiety and stuff, and I think, gosh, mine's minor, because seeing what Ginger's gone through and she's still battling, she's still talking about it, she's still going through the daily impacts of what she has to live with. And I think, well, if Ginger can do it and she goes through far worse than what I've gone through, then I've got nothing
He
to
is
worry
one of
about.
the most bravest people I know. Like, honestly.
Yep.
Honestly.
So, Ginger,
know
you
she
give a lot
won't-
more woman
so-
strength than what you know about, because a lot more people like me find it easier to battle because of you.
I've told her before, I don't know if I could go through what she goes through, because I have a very low tolerance for pain. Very low.
Yeah, I do. My pain threshold sucks.
I'm like, you know, you should have heard me. You should have heard me when I gave birth. I mean, the whole hospital heard me. That was terrible. Oh my gosh.
It's like last night I had a headache and I had my nephew here for dinner and I was sitting here absolutely screaming, holding my head, and I'm like, why wouldn't you just go away? I'm just like, oh my God. And my nephew is like, what can I do? And I'm like, just leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Just like, let me calm down. And I was so much pain. I'm like, this is a headache. I should be able to deal with it. It got so bad I ended up having a half an hour nap just to make myself feel better, because I didn't know what else to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's people like Ginger really do inspire me, because I find ways of coping better, and she's a really awesome woman to connect with if you haven't.
Yes.
She is. She is. She's she's a good person.
Yep.
I've known Ginger a good couple of years now. I've seen what she's done on YouTube. So
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh,
She
you were
didn't hear
gone?
any of
You
that.
were saying nice things about you.
Oh my God, Ginger.
Here we're sitting there and telling what an awesome person you are,
I didn't
and you're
even
not
hear
even here to hear it.
that's okay. I can repeat it and paraphrase, Ginger.
No, you have to watch the replay. Oh my God, Ginger, you're funny.
I was just saying about, like, you know, how inspirational you are, because like, a lot of people like me find it easier to fight like our illnesses and stuff, because we're able to fight another day because of what you go through. You're really strong. Like, I haven't seen a woman like you on YouTube before who has that knowledge, and the amount of situations you've been in with being in hospital and whatnot. Like, you're just really inspirational. Like, gives people like me hope when I'm having a bad day, because like my situation's minor compared to what you've faced.
Thank
Yep.
you.
She gone?
That
She here?
that means actually a lot, because I always think that who wants to hear some girl bitch and complain about the problems that she has. Boo hoo, poor you. Think about the other people out there. That's how my head works inside my own head.
No, that's
That's
not
but
what most people.
but that's what goes inside
Em
my
said it good. Anyone that speaks badly of Ginger has never spoken to her outside of YouTube. Obvious, she's a good girl. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thanks, Em.
Ems loves you.
I love her too, and she
I
knows that.
know.
And I
Em's
love
a good
Emmy,
person too.
and I love
She's a
Kim,
good
and I
person.
love Ben, and I love
And I love you
Beth,
and
and
you
I
and
don't even
you
know
and
her
you.
yet.
Remember Romper Room? You guys remember Romper Room? Let's say she had you
Yeah.
said here.
What do I remember? What?
Romper Room.
No, what is
Oh,
wrong
you
with me?
didn't? They used to say she was like a teacher, and she would say, and I'm going to say hello to this one and this one and this one and this one and that
You
one.
would hope that she would say your name. You would get
Yeah,
so
she would say
excited
your
if,
name. Yeah,
yeah.
you would hope. She didn't. She was like in a studio or whatever, but you would
I was,
hope
I,
that she
I
would
was like,
say
was
your
this
name.
a TV show?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
it was
TV show.
a kids TV show.
What
You're
Yeah.
years?
too young for
Oh, it
this.
was
You're too
years
young.
ago. Years. I
Well,
don't
well,
know,
I mean,
30 years ago.
I'm a child of the '80s, so
Well, probably the
No.
early 70s, if I can
Yeah,
recall.
it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I
okay.
wasn't born to the end of the 80s. I was born
I loved
88.
that show. I really loved that show.
When were you
And you
born, Gemma?
88.
Oh my God.
Really?
oh, she's a
Yeah.
baby.
Oh my, no, girl, I thought you were even younger than that. Like I was
No,
like,
I'm 33 in October.
girl, I did
I
not
asked
know
her
that.
before. I
You
said,
were younger.
I asked Gemma before. I said, "Do you still live with your parents?" And she goes,
Hold
"Oh,
on. I
oh,
gotta,
oh gosh, no."
I gotta answer my phone. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Okay,
No, I'm 33 this year in October. I've been
I
living
think
on my own
I
now
did know
nearly
that.
9 years.
I did know that. I think
Yeah, I've lived on my
Bailey.
own for 9 years nearly now.
I think Bailey might be one of the youngest people I know on YouTube.
Freaking
I think
spam
she's in
call.
her 20s.
I've lived in my current apartment where I am now for 6.5 years, and I did 3 years living with my dad's best friend in their shared house before that. So I've technically lived on my own for nearly 9 years. And I would never go back with my parents. Hell no, no way, no.
Oh no, that's what you said to me.
Oh,
Hell no.
my mother and I cannot let no. I love my mother. I could not get along without my mother. My mother helps out, but us living together because we really do ram heads, not a good idea.
No, I lived with my mum until I was 18
But
before I had to move out because of her marriage failing, and then I lived with my dad up until I was 22, and then I lived in support housing for a year, and I lived in a shared house for 2 years, and I moved into here. So I've literally bounced from back
you
to.
say you can't get along with your mother, and me and my mom were like that too. Like we would be like fire and ice, but when you lose them, it's like, gee, I would give anything for one more day or one more week or one more month. You know what I mean? Like you don't appreciate. Well, I didn't appreciate her when I had her, and like, yeah,
Well,
I
you
sure
lost
didn't
your
miss
mom
it.
suddenly and unexpectedly, right,
Oh
Carla?
yeah, she fell asleep. She fell asleep one night and just never woke up.
Yeah.
I'm glad that
I mean, I knew my mom was sick and terminal, and
yeah.
it was actually a gift that I was able to say everything I needed to say to her, and the same from her,
Oh,
but it's
Bailey, I
hard.
thought you were in your 20s. Oh, she's a year older than Gemma. I did
Oh
not.
wow, baby! I had no idea that you were older than me. Wow.
I thought she was in her 20s. I really did. Hmm.
I got ID the other day. I went to buy a bottle of alcohol for the first time in a while. I thought I deserved it, so I went and got myself a bottle of cider. And I got to the till to pay for it, and the woman goes to me, she goes, "Have you got any ID on you, sweetie?" And I was like, and I didn't happen to have any on me. I was like, "No," but I said, "Trust me, I wouldn't lie to you. I'm old enough for it." I said, "You've never ID'd me the last 5 years. So I've lived around the corner." And she's like, "Oh, have you got what about a bus card or anything?" And I was like, "Well, I've got my bus card. It has my date of birth on, but will you accept it?" And she literally looked at my bus card and looked at my picture. She's like, "I believe you," and she literally just gave it to me. I was like, "Phew," because
See,
otherwise,
that would be, I would be complimented if someone asked for my ID. It would be like, yes, yes.
I think that's the problem with looking young for my age. Like people think I'm younger than I am. Like the other day, I bought a DVD for my stepdad, and it was a 15 certificate. And the woman goes to me, "I'm sorry to ask this about you, but do you have ID?" I'm like, "Are you serious? You really
Gemma,
think I'm going to try and buy 15 underage?" Really? I said, like, I'm nearly 33, and her face just went pink. I was like, she's like, "Oh dear." I'm like, "No, it's fine, I get it." But she was so embarrassed. She was like, "Oh, I really am sorry I caused you inconvenience." I'm like, "No, you're fine." It made me laugh.
Yeah.
Hem says, I sneak into my daughter's dorm building and they think I'm a student. because she just dresses so young.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Well, she is. She is young looking, very young looking.
Oh, Ems is unbelievably young looking.
Yeah, she is. I remember when she used to do her live streams, and remember when she used to do her morning coffee
Yeah.
thing, and she
Oh,
would
no.
have a different cup like,
Her
every
makeup,
morning.
if it wasn't for Ems and her coffee makeovers with the makeup and her teaching me how to put it around my eyes with certain things to buy, how to do it. I mean, everybody now constantly compliments my makeup, all due to her. So thank you very much. She taught me how to do it right.
I wish she would do that again. I really do.
I
Because
don't
she would
blame
not
her for
only
not
do
doing it.
makeup for younger ladies, but she would do it for older ladies. And she didn't. She did just. She was good. She was good at like explaining things. I miss that. I miss you, Ems. We don't see you enough.
Yeah, she's
Remember
probably
when
going.
she
Yeah, but
used to come up?
I'm not getting mixed up with that crap. Mm-mm. Not
She used to
true.
have the funniest stories. She would come up here and she would like tell these stories. I remember when she almost lit her house on fire. she threw she threw a cigarette butt out the window, and it like burned
Oh
up.
yeah,
Yeah, do you remember that?
I
Oh
do.
my
She
goodness.
sent me a
Very much
picture of it.
so.
I'm like, holy cow! She really did almost burn her house down.
I'm having issues. I'm trying to do something here.
Supposed to rain this afternoon here.
Oh, it's miserable here all day. So I'm just like I can't because of the pain that's
Oh,
in
the
my hip.
sun's out now. Friday
I can't.
morning, I have 3 girls coming for me to get them ready for prom because of
Oh,
COVID. I didn't do
Oh,
much last year.
Carla, do you know how to help Kim A with the link for an iPhone?
Yeah, let me see if I can like
is
do it.
Kim coming
Yeah.
up?
Someone mentioned it about raining. Like the
You
weather
can
here
come
is
up if you want.
absolute pants. The weather here's been thundering for like 4 days.
Oh, wow.
It's really been cold here, and it's like thundering now. I'm like, yay! Another 2 days of crap. Yay!
See more.
UK weather sucks right now. It's really, really cold here.
Oops.
Isn't
Oh,
it
here it
usually
is.
like cloudy or overcast where you are, Gemma? Is that the norm?
Yeah. Cloudy, overcast is pretty much the norm here. Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
I'm not trying to dox you or anything here, Gemma, but are you in northern, central, or
I'm eastern part of the UK.
okay?
Yeah, I'm in the eastern region,
Are,
so I've
are
pretty much nearly doxed myself before. I'm pretty much like what I've said to people. I'm an hour away from London by train, so
okay? All right, that's what
people
I was
can pretty much figure that out.
like. Because I have a friend who's right at the coast, and she's I think I guess she would
Oh, is
be.
that Loopy Lisa? I love her.
Yes,
She
yes.
is so cool.
Do
That
you
lady
know
is
Do you know
so
Lupe
cool.
Yeah,
Lisa,
I
Gemma?
know of Luffy Lisa, but I've never watched her. And I've heard of her channel being talked about before.
I adore her. Her and I are
She
very
is so
close friends.
funny. She's a what does she work as? I remember
She
you telling
is
me an
she's an
EMT.
EMT.
She's an EMT.
Oh,
Mm.
she's a paramedic. We call them paramedics over here.
Correct.
I think that's it. I think that's the membership link. Um,
Yeah, like you guys call EMTs, we call paramedics or first responders. And you guys say EMTs, there are paramedics and ambulance staff.
Wow.
she's
I
just
used to
funny.
volunteer with the part of the ambulance people when I used to volunteer at my local physio at the local hospital. Every day it was like I used to deal with ambulance patients. I used to have to deal with wheelchairs, crutches, everything. I would deal with patients non-stop. It was like every 10 minutes a new patient would come in. It was ridiculous busy.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
I did that for what? I volunteered there for 4 years before I switched over to volunteering for my local autism service, who I still work for now.
You're an amazing person, Gemma.
Yes, you do. You
Really
do good.
are.
You do good for YouTube. YouTube needs more like you.
I think you do good for just people in general.
Oh yeah, she's absolute. She makes me feel so good. No matter where I go, if I see Gemma in there, she's always bright and happy, and she's just a joy to
I
be
try
around.
and greet people and be positive and help people, like welcome people to streams, because a lot of YouTube people who do streams, like the streamers, sometimes don't even acknowledge people. I'm like, are you serious? You've got like 30, 40 people in your chat and you're not even going to at least say hi. So like if I'm a modder now, I'm like, hi, 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 hi. And then people go, wow, Gemma's busy. I'm like, that's because the
I
streamer
can
doesn't bother.
understand if you have 500 and 600 people not being able to say hi to everybody. But when you have a small chat like mine, oh, look who's coming up. Okay, special guest here today, everybody. Kim A, welcome to the Coffee Coalition. Hi, Jenna.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Can you guys hear me?
Girl, what
I'm
is
good.
up?
Oh,
Not
it's
much.
good to
How
see
is
you.
everybody?
Oh, we're
Yes,
good.
it's good to see you.
Do you know Gemma?
Yeah.
Do you know Gemma?
I
Gemma's her
don't
name.
know. I do not
Oh,
know Gemma.
she
Hi.
does. She has a channel all about autism, and she does. I
Oh,
know your
really?
son. Yeah, I know your son is autistic, but she does streams.
Yes.
She does awareness, autism awareness, like
Yeah.
streams and stuff. She's got an awesome,
That's amazing.
and she's a really
Yes,
sweet girl.
that's amazing. We need more channels like that. That's for sure. You know?
Absolutely.
I try and break it down for people, because the problem is, especially on YouTube and other platforms, they hear the word autism, they automatically assume that you're either dumb or stupid, or that you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And when I first come on here, met people who were like, oh, you're just one of these dumb disabled people, you don't have a clue. And I'm like, really? I'm the one who lives with it.
Yeah. Yeah, people are horrible around here. And, you just gotta, keep your head held high and know that you're doing a good thing and just keep on doing you, and that's how I do it. It's good to see everybody in chat.
Yeah, you probably know a lot of these people in this chat, because a lot of the people that come in here are people that you used to have and that miss you because you haven't been going live.
Yes, I know.
Can
I
you tell?
have not gone live, and
Hi,
I think
Joy.
the last time I went live was, I don't even remember. A couple weeks ago, I think I did a quick live, but
I was in there with you, wasn't I?
yeah, yep. I just been busy. The summer came, and like I said,
Yep.
yeah, just life. Life gets busy, and it started to get a little crazy. So I just needed to back off and do me. So it's been nice. It's been nice.
And
I
there's
do miss
absolutely
everybody
nothing wrong
though.
with that.
Yeah, it's
No,
good
I
to be
do miss going
connected.
live and stuff, but I do miss it. But it's just every time I think about it, something comes up, So
Mhm.
so yeah. So how is everybody?
We're
Okay.
good. We're
Yeah.
good. I hope you are too. It's nice to see you. I know you got
Yeah,
a job. I know you got a job, so
I
you are
did.
as much as.
I just got home.
Oh,
I
okay.
just got home. It was busy today. Yeah. So
So, do you want
yeah.
to share about what you do, or?
No, I have not shared it because I just
Oh,
don't
okay.
want
Okay.
to, because you know how people are, but
Oh, yes,
I
I know.
like it. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. As long as you're happy.
Basically, the only thing I have said about my job is that I work from 4 in the morning till 9 in the morning, Monday through Friday, and I get the weekends off. It's perfect for me. It's a
Wow.
part-time job. It's enough, just enough for me, because
Yeah.
with my health issues and stuff, it was just tough. So I found this job that was just like I said, perfect for me, and I love it. So
Well, that's
I'm
good.
happy
yeah,
for you.
I'm glad you're happy.
I
Yeah.
am.
And I'm
I
glad you came
am.
up.
I
Yeah.
am.
We haven't seen each
Yes.
other in a long time.
Yes.
Last time
I
was
know.
yeah. But we get past everything. That's the thing, is you can get past things on YouTube, and that's what's good about it. Hi, Angie.
Hey, Angie.
Joy Lang is in here, and I just want to ask her how she's doing, because she lost her husband not too
Carla,
long
she
ago
said
from.
Oh,
Carla, she said she
so
tried to
sorry to
call
hear
you.
that.
She did? Oh,
Yeah,
Joy.
but you didn't answer.
Oh, goodness. That's my phone. My stupid notifications are off on my cell phone. So
I
Yeah.
know. I called you too,
I will
actually.
check it and I'll call you back, Joy. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry for
Yeah.
your loss, Joy. My thoughts and prayers are with you. That's really sad.
Yes,
Yes.
that is. And my thoughts and prayers are with you also, Jolene. I'm so
That's really
sorry to
sad,
hear that.
Joy.
Yeah, that was a tough
Yeah,
time.
I've been thinking you quite a bit. I've been definitely thinking of you.
Yeah.
There's just no words that you can put down to say. I'm sure. I mean, it's going to be
There is nothing
well,
you can say. You
and
can't say I know how you feel, because you
whatever
don't.
whatever we can do to help, if we can help, we are here. You can always reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
If
you're
anything.
selling your house, Joy? Oh, that
Carla,
must
it's
be
been
tough
very
going
hard
through
going
everything.
through
Oh,
stuff and going through our estate. My house is going on the
Oh,
market. Well, I can understand that, though. Like
yeah.
if you were used to living it with your husband and you just
Yeah.
don't want to be. That's what my mom did after my dad passed away. That's the first thing she did, was she sold her house. She
Do you
just
have
said
any,
I couldn't. She
do you
sold
have
her house
anyone
and got rid
helping
of it.
you? I'm sorry, Carla.
No, go
Joy, do
ahead.
you have anyone helping you, hon? Oh, God, my
I
heart
think
aches
she's
for
got.
her.
Oh, yeah, I know. There's no words.
I couldn't even imagine. No, I couldn't even imagine having to do that. Not only do you lose your husband, but now you have to go through everything and sell your house. It's
Yeah.
heartbreaking to hear. Mm.
Well, big
And
hugs
thank
to
you,
you.
Jolene. Yeah. Thank you, Bailey. And Ems, yeah, definitely keeping it close to my chest. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we were praying there would be a different outcome, but unfortunately, she had to make a really heartbreaking decision, and it broke my heart for her. It breaks my heart, and I still can't believe him. I found videos he took in the hospital, and I was so sick. I gave him, oh, honey, this you don't blame yourself. Um, Nobody knows how this affects certain people. You can be perfectly healthy, like that guy that works with my husband. And now they just found out, Jenna, I don't know if you've been listening, but they told him that he won't survive without a double lung transplant. So
Oh
that's
my
how bad
goodness. I knew he wasn't doing good.
he is not doing well.
I was, yeah, I was listening to a stream, and the last I
Yeah,
heard, he wasn't doing well, and
they
now
and
he
they
needs a
and
double lung.
they've even taken him off the list. They've deferred him off the transplant list because they don't think he would survive a transplant. Like,
That's
you
Oh,
know, imagine getting that
and he
news.
was really healthy, right? He used
Very
to
healthy,
run and all that.
never smoked, never drank, used to run, used to exercise. His daughter brought it home from school. He's only got one child. His wife got sick first, and she just had the mild symptoms. And then he got sick. And for the first week, he was okay. And then he got really sick and ended up in the hospital. And he's been in there ever since. And now, like, even his wife says, I don't know how much more I can take. Like, it's like bad news every day. And now they just found out they took him off the transplant list because they don't believe he'd survive a transplant. And they're not going to give you a lung transplant if they don't think he'll survive, you know?
But
because
that's
there's other
such a
things.
tough thing because you see miracles happen every day. That's just
Mhm.
a tough thing for a family because yeah, doctors they know, but you never I don't know. I just feel like isn't it worth the risk, especially because they're saying he's not going to live if he don't have it. So why not risk it? And who knows, maybe he would be strong enough. I just have a tough time when doctors say that. Like,
Well, that's like
oh, we
his
don't
wife,
think you're going to make it, so we can't, you know?
and his wife is like, and he's very close to his daughter. And I allow his daughter now. They didn't allow her in the hospital at first because she's under 15, but now they allow her in. And that's like not a good sign, because
Yeah.
um, she doesn't even want to know. Like she told her mother, just tell me what I need to know. Like in other words,
Hmm.
I don't want to know any more than I need to know.
Right,
That's
right.
sad for, an
Right.
11-year-old.
But
So,
I
Oh,
also get that at the same time, like sometimes it's too much. It's too much you
Yeah.
can handle, and you can
Yeah.
only take so much
hmm.
information in at once.
I'm saying this YouTube stuff is so minor compared to real life, like what goes on in real life. Like we all have, you know, issues and stuff. Like YouTube drama is the least of, what we should worry about. Who's this, Carla? I'm sorry I missed who you're talking about. A guy that works with my husband. Yeah, a guy. We all know about Joy because, we went through the whole thing with Joy. But this other guy he works with my husband. He's only 55, never been sick a day in his life. And that's why his wife is like having a really hard time, because now all of a sudden he doesn't have, I mean, he has like unemployment and stuff, but she's having to do everything herself, which she's not used to doing. He used to do everything, when you're not used to doing everything. So,
I
Hmm.
had a
and
friend that was like that. I had a friend that was like that. Her husband did everything from grocery shopping to paying the bills to everything. And he suddenly passed, and she had to learn how to do everything. She had no idea how to do stuff, you know? So I can only imagine.
It's tough.
Joyce says, I got to stay all night with my husband the last 3 days, but he was on life support. I still played our music and talked to him. Prayers for him because it is hard. Yes, prayers for him, prayers for you, prayers for your family.
Yeah.
Because we really have been thinking about you. And Joy, I believe I sent you a text message um, from my phone. So yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't around. My phone doesn't give me notifications. My phone sucks. Really does.
Well, you'll
Yeah,
give her.
mine doesn't either sometimes, and especially on Facebook. I don't get notifications on Facebook, and
Same,
I've
My
done
same.
phone
factory reset and everything on my phone, and it still doesn't do it.
my phone doesn't give, it's just for the phone part of it. I get notifications for YouTube. I get notifications for Discord. I get notifications for Facebook. But my phone, if someone calls me, nothing. It doesn't even come up. It doesn't even come
I
up.
wonder if you have it shut off by
I looked,
accident in your settings.
but I looked at my settings and I set it to like, because I didn't know how to like, thing. I set it for everything. Everything is, the notifications are all turned on, and it still doesn't give me my notifications. So I don't know if it's something with the phone or what, but it's crazy. Maybe I can get you to help. You're
Yeah.
good at that stuff.
Yeah, I could definitely walk you through. I'm good at that stuff. So,
I know you're better
um,
at that stuff than I am. I'm a
yeah.
total dummy when it comes to electronic stuff. Mine cuts all my notifications when I'm on the golf course because service isn't great. Well, yeah, but I can't even say that about my house. I get great service here, but
Oh.
so
How
what's
are you doing, Ginger Locks? How have you been feeling?
Jenna, how are you?
I'm good. The last time I talked to you, you were really, really sick and in the hospital and stuff. Are you home and everything?
I am home. I've had some good days. I am healing from surgery, but
Oh,
I'm going through a flare at the moment. So
oh,
I'm
that's
not. It's kind of like been one thing after another. I don't like to talk about it because I feel like I'm bitching all the time, and I
Yeah.
Stop it.
don't want that.
stop
Stop
that
it.
now. You could be helping somebody, somebody that,
Yeah.
might not be talking about it. You might be helping them. So I wouldn't not stop talking about it.
Yeah, there might be people
I,
out there that think, well, I can't talk about it with people because they'll think, this or that. And it
I was
helps to
mhm.
talk
worried
about
that, like,
stuff.
oh God, here she goes bitching again.
I don't think I've ever heard
No.
you talk about it and you don't bitch about it. You're actually way but hi, Heimdall. Heimdall. Heimdall.
Hello.
Uh,
See, they're all coming in because of you, Jenna, because they all miss you.
this is
Yeah,
awesome.
right?
Yeah, it
It
is.
is. I've missed it.
That's been
I
fun.
used to come in here every morning and we would sit and just talk about life and weather
Yeah.
and dogs, and it's
Yeah.
been a long time.
Do you remember when you took that screenshot of my shadow figure behind me?
Y- Your green Hulk
Yes, my
one?
my
Yep.
Incredible Hulk one. Yeah, I was talking about that yesterday.
Yep.
Hi, Candace. Good morning.
Or
Uh,
the one you took with him in
yeah,
your living
in my
room?
living room. Yeah, I gotta. Someone asked me to post that on my community post. I still have to do that. Hey, Angie. Hi, Monkey's mama. Boy,
Uh-huh.
there's names in
Oh,
here I've
I
never
just
seen.
got kicked off my
Oh, I've seen Monkey's
Bluetooth.
Mama around. Hi,
Oh,
Monkey's
have
Mama.
you?
Yeah.
I've seen her in Laura's. I haven't seen
Yeah.
her in mine. Um,
I
but
think I see her in Molly's too.
welcome, welcome. Yeah, I like seeing new people.
And the thing is like, we all just want to talk about good stuff here. You
Yeah.
know, that's all we want. We want to have fun again.
This is a
It's
no
like we used
drama
to.
zone. Anybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. We don't, I don't follow you around YouTube to see what chats you're in. So yeah. Hi, Val's. Val's Variety Venue.
I'm just happy that people are making amends and are
Yeah,
talking again. That makes me very happy.
yeah. And it's so much better to get along with people than it is to fight with people. Really,
Yeah.
it is.
Who really wants to deal with confrontation all day, every day? That's
Not me.
Some people,
mm,
you'd be surprised on YouTube. There's a lot of people.
not mine, not me.
I think people
Oh,
need to learn to let go of stuff. And, not everybody is going to forgive each other. But if you're not going to forgive each other, then just go your separate ways. That's what I don't get. You guys can't stand each other, but you can't help but talk about each other.
yeah.
Just go your separate ways. And if you can make amends, do it because it's worth it. Instead, I just don't
The
know
problem,
why people want to
Go
be
after people.
stressed. Right. People
well,
want to
there's
be
people
stressed
here
and
that enjoy
miserable
the
all day.
chaos. They enjoy the chaos, Jenna. They do.
I don't. I can't. It gets to be too much.
But
Yeah.
when I get off my stream in the morning, I want to feel good. I don't want to feel like, I don't want to
Angry,
feel like
mad.
I screamed at someone or I had a panel of hate. There's just too much of it. There's enough of it around. So if you're missing that and you want that, you can go out there and find it like anywhere. Hi, Shangy girl.
The secret's out. Heimdall is really Diane. You're funny, Heimdall.
There's another account called
Heimdall cracks me up.
Heimdall Cooter. I think it's his wife. She's
I think
got
that's his wife. Yeah,
yeah,
I think
he's
that's his wife.
because the first time I saw it, I thought somebody cloned him or because I couldn't understand. But it's Heimdall's Cooter. It's
Oh
like
gosh.
okay,
Yeah, I messaged him. I reached out to him one day because I saw it too, and I'm like, I think somebody's doxing you. He's like, no, that's my wife. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's so funny.
Oh my God, you would not catch my husband on YouTube. He doesn't even like to. That's why I'm on. You guys, if you ever wonder why I'm on in the morning, it's because my husband, yeah, he's not a big fan of YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah,
you would never,
neither is mine.
you would never see him on live stream. Like
But
I,
my
I have
husband does understand that this is an outlet for me where I can't do what I normally used to do. I don't have the
Yep.
go ahead to be,
yeah.
and have
Yes.
freedom. So but he's like, just be careful with the freaking people. He knows
Oh, I
Marissa.
love that picture of you, Ginger.
Believe it or not, that is me.
Wow.
I have no makeup on that.
Oh
And
my
there's
God, you look
no
so
filter.
young. Oh, I really like that.
Only a couple
Oh,
of
I'm
years ago.
sorry, yes.
What's that?
Her dog.
Oh no.
What
Is your
happened?
dog sick?
I remember the Cooters. M's asked, does anybody remember the Cooters? I
Oh, yes,
remember the
I do.
Cooters.
Wait. I kind of vaguely remember the Cooters. Vaguely. I remember the high horses. There was
Sarah,
high horses.
Sarah Smiles was Sarah Cooter's Smiles. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
So she was a part of the Cooters. So I remember that.
Oh, I don't remember that. I guess, but I think I vaguely remember, but I don't think I was
I'm like,
like I
Carla, my
really.
brain barely works anymore. Come on, yours has got to work better than mine.
I
Uh,
just don't remember. Maybe I just didn't pay attention to it or whatever. I don't know. I remember the high horses. Okay, I do remember the. Oh, Jenna,
Jenna,
Jenna, Jenna, come back,
she'll come
come
back.
back.
Hi,
Hi,
Domino Queen.
Domino Queen. Oh, yeah, she has to come back. She'll come back. Um, yeah, I remember that. Here she is. Um,
You can tell I
I
haven't been on a panel in forever. I hit that back button.
You picked yourself up.
I hit
well,
that
you know
back
what?
button. I
You
used
have
to
to.
always
There
do it.
was a Cooter or a scooter, double wide
Double wide.
scooter.
There was a
Oh
cooter and
yeah,
a
there
scooter,
was the
double wide
scooter.
scooter.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Scooter on a scooter. I like that.
That's
Oh
right.
gosh.
There was a cooter on a scooter. There was, oh my, it does seem like a lifetime ago though. It was so
Don't
funny.
it? Doesn't it?
Everything on here. Double wide cooter.
I, 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 I don't know what
That
it is
was
with YouTube.
that was fun though. Come on, you have to admit those kind of names are fun. Like they're not
Yeah,
mean
because it
spirited.
was simple drama back then. It was like throwing tomatoes, that was when, people would just go at each other, whatever, and then everybody would move. It's not like it is now. I don't know. It just seems like the drama is much worse now.
When do
It,
you think
yeah.
it turned, Jenna? What was the event that turned everything?
Everybody would say the Diane. Everybody. I know if
I
you asked
disagree.
a poll, everybody would say the Diane, but I think it was before Diane.
Oh, it was
I
way
think
before.
Diane increased, the
Totally
Diane
agree.
saga increased it, but I think it was before the Diane.
I think when things started going shit sideways was Oni.
Yeah.
Might have been, yeah.
It might even been before that. I remember for me, it was when Pink and Laura were going at it, and Pink burned Molly's merch, and it just started getting really ugly. That's how I remember it, anyways. It just changed it just kept going lower and lower after that.
I didn't even know what the drama community really was in the beginning. Like that was like, what is this? I don't
Well,
get it.
because a lot of us came here for true crime. Most of us.
I found see, I had found Marissa because of George Michael, but I never participated in chats and stuff. That wasn't my thing yet until it became the Watts thing. That changed and yet then you kind of became a part of this community. We got to know people. There became people I started to really like. So yeah, I became a part of this community. How it
Oh,
happened?
that's right. That's right. That's when drama and true crime merged, was
Uh-huh.
because of Chris Watts. And yeah,
And
everything
here
kind
we
of changed
are.
after that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
here we are.
And I'm not the drama person. I'm not the drama. That's not my thing. It's really not. I'll talk, like I said, I'll talk about Johnny Depp drama and Amber Heard and stuff that's like, pop culture, but I'm not going to talk about YouTube people. It's just not worth
Yeah.
it.
Well, my initial, like I've always been interested in human behavior and why people do what they do. And that's what sucked me in. But little did I know where it would go. Yeah. Mm.
I
It's
just tried it. Like I unsubbed so many channels that I don't even get notifications from those
Same.
channels anymore.
I agree. I have to.
I just don't.
Carla, that's
I
why I
don't.
said
And then I subbed a few channels that I had unsubbed for one reason or another, and I enjoy going in those channels and that. So, I'm not getting the notifications from the channels that I don't really particularly care
I
for.
mean,
So,
if you remember, I mean, we had said something about, privately, like, whoa, crazy drama the night before, or whatever.
mm-hmm,
But I didn't even know what it was because I have unsubbed so many people. I'm like,
mm-hmm,
what are y'all even talking about? I don't know.
yeah.
And I'm happier that way.
Oh yeah.
It's better this way.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I'm happier. I mean, I just am. I don't know. Like once in a while, I'll like right before bed, I'll try to catch up on stuff. But once I hear screaming or low down stuff, it's like the first 10 minutes and I'm done. I'm like,
Yep.
no,
Well,
I'm gonna go watch 2020 on YouTube or Paula's
Exactly, Jenna.
on.
Jenna,
Yep.
like I
you're bipolar like me, Jenna, and I mean, for me, when it starts getting like real crazy, I have to back off and do something else because it's just too much. I don't want to feel bad.
I mean,
I
ladies,
don't.
this goes for everybody on this panel and everybody in the chat. You have got to protect yourself and your sanity. Even when this stuff gets, you got to pull yourself out. You're not hurting anybody's feelings. When you need to pull out because this stuff gets crazy. So don't feel bad about it. You really shouldn't.
No, no.
Well,
I pull
I've
myself out
seen
all the
enough
time.
and I've been through enough that I'm just going to keep my circle very small, and that's
And
it.
you have to nowadays. And that's the sad part, because I know for me, like people try to be friends or nice, and I'm instantly like a wall. And that's sad because could I not be letting good people in? I don't know. But I've gone through,
But
so
here's
much. It's just
Yeah,
like, I don't want
same,
to anymore.
Gemma. I think you
Jenna.
just
Yeah.
have to take things slow and
Hmm.
Yeah.
look for the red
I
flags.
really want to get to know people,
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
know.
with Jenna. I put up such a wall now when I first meet people because I don't trust people because you see these people wanting to be people's friends. And then, maybe you getting used to them talking to them and then them taking what you said to them privately and using it against you. That's
Yep.
where I think that's really low, especially if
yeah.
Yep.
you're not one to, for me, like I'm not one to talk about people on the internet. And I don't like to even talk about you personally behind like your back. If I want to talk to you, this is going to be the same thing I want to say to your face because
Uh-huh.
otherwise I'm not going to be sitting here stuck in that you said this, you said that. No, I know what I said because I know what
Well,
I
I think that's where a lot of people get into trouble. And then they think they trust somebody and they say something, behind the scenes, and then it gets exposed. And
Well,
because people will use it to expose you.
yeah,
And
the
yeah,
other
you
part
have
of
to.
it is
And
people have
I've even
ulterior
been guilty of
motives.
that, like I've even been guilty of that where it's like, yeah, you get so frustrated and you hear the lies and you want to debunk the lies, but is it really worth it? Because you're only because afterwards I feel crummy. I used to feel crummy about doing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I
Yeah.
felt like I needed to, because I needed to defend myself, and I had to learn I don't have to defend myself to nobody. I
Yeah,
know my
Exactly.
absolutely,
truth.
Greta.
I know, people are going to think what they want. They can do what they want. And that was another thing that I learned, because I wasn't innocent either. There was times where I was like, oh, you're going to say this about me? Okay, I'm going to say this, show this about you. And I just felt crummy when I did it, So I've definitely learned.
It's the how low can you go game. If you're going to go low, how lower am I going to go? And you're going to go
Well,
lower.
and the
And
bottom
I
line
played
is
that game too.
everyone has to find out for themselves. You can warn people all you want, but until they experience it for themselves,
Mhm.
they may not get it. And that's the sucky part about it all, is that you don't want people to get hurt, but at the same time, you're
And
powerless.
I
Right. You don't want to
Yeah.
be lied on. Right. It's like a rock in a hard spot, because at the same time you don't want your integrity or people think that you're this way when you're not.
Yeah.
So you want to, but at the same time you're hurting. It's just so tough. And that's why I backed away. It was like,
Yeah.
I'm done giving my opinion, because I used to go on my panel and be like, okay, this is going on and this is my opinion. I think this is wrong or that is wrong. And it only got me into trouble. So I was like, you know what? No, I'm not
And
anymore. Let everybody
the
else
sad
figure it
part,
out.
the sad part is there's people that actually enjoy creating chaos and division,
Yeah.
and you know, but
But
you
the
just
thing is, you're not going to change anybody's mind. But sometimes it takes a while to open your eyes to things. And once your eyes are open, you're better off. You don't have to expose that person. Because I
nope.
see that all the time on here. Oh, well, I'm going to show this and I'm going to show that. You don't have to expose that person. You just have to learn from it and move on. Because, from my experience, it does no good, because I have clapped back and it's done me nothing but, you know,
I've
yeah,
learned a
no
lot of
good.
valuable lessons here for sure.
Yeah. And then that's good to learn. We
It,
never
it is,
stop
and
learning.
I never thought I would be on the internet learning lessons. I thought I would come
Yeah,
on here
exactly.
and listen to crime and, have normal chit chat. And really, it's been eye opening and lessons learned. And it's
I totally agree with you. And I feel like I'm learning lessons for my kids as well.
Yeah. And the thing is,
absolutely.
I mean, I don't have any issues in my real life friendships. I've had the same friends for years, and I don't have to be skeptical and wonder what motivations are. But it's when you're in an online community, unfortunately, you things happen that you would never expect to happen.
Absolutely. Like, I thought I could make friends like I did in real life,
Yes.
like you
Yeah,
just
no.
said.
You
I've
have to.
had friends for years, from high school. I'm still
Yeah.
friends with them. And I thought, even though I don't see their face, and just because they're across the world, I can make friends just like I would in my real life. And it's
Yeah.
not. And if you think that, I mean, there is some, but they're so small. There's not many that have a success story. There really isn't. There isn't many that have had a friend this whole time without a blowout. I mean, really, if we did a poll, how many have remained friends from start to finish? And there's not, I don't
I
think
have with
there's
Ginger.
many.
Actually, with Ginger, I have. From the time I met her to now. I've
Right.
never stopped, I've never, but that's few. And now I'm to the point where I have to keep people at arm's length until I really know who you are. And it's nothing against the person, because there's nothing.
It's protecting ourselves from being
Exactly.
hurt,
Yeah.
because
Bye, monkey mama. Have a good day at work.
Bye,
Yeah.
Monkey
You
Mama.
have a great day. Thanks for coming in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to feel better, but thank you so much for asking. I am trying.
well, I think you just have to pay very close attention to someone's behavior behind the scenes. And that's what I've learned. anyways. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it takes you a while to learn, and then you
Yeah.
have to, you have to move on. That's all. You don't have to trash them. You don't have to have a panel of hate, because I've seen that all too often on here.
Right. We've all seen how ridiculous YouTube
Oh
can
my
be, right?
God.
We've all seen like the absurdities of YouTube. I mean,
Mhm.
I look at pretty much all four of us, and I don't think all four of us have been in really crazy absurdity shit. Because you know what? I think four of us have you know the wits about us to stay out of certain things and keep
Mhm.
ourselves. I mean, and I think that goes
Well,
for Jenna,
I'm not innocent.
Nicole,
I'm
and
definitely not innocent.
no,
I
no,
have
but I'm saying
gone,
you haven't. But it's not something you go searching for every day.
oh God, no. Oh
Exactly.
God, no.
That's what that's
And
what
I'm
I'm
not,
saying.
and here's the thing, I'm not going to convince anybody that's already made up their mind about me that I am the person I know I am. But I'm also not going to allow people to tell me that I'm not that
You have
person.
no control over how other people think, and you can't, if this is what they want to think, and they don't want to change their mind, no matter what you say, you're not going to be able to change your mind.
Exactly. But I'm not going to think, oh, they don't like me. There must be something wrong with me. I know who I am. I'm a
It,
good person. I know I'm a good person. So I'm not going to allow anybody to try and, make me feel like I'm not
and
who
I
I
think
am.
that's also another important thing, knowing and being good with who you are on this platform and not letting other people tell you who you are. And if
Yeah.
they do try to tell you who you are, laugh it off because you know you. That's all.
Yeah.
Because like there are
Well,
people.
I've made plenty mistakes along the way, but I also know the truth always comes to light. People will find out for themselves.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Amen.
It always comes to light. It might not come to light today, it might not come to light tomorrow, but eventually it does. And people do see, and people do open their eyes. And like Ginger Locks or Carla just said, you don't always have to try to show people who people are. They're going to figure it out eventually, and that's not our job. And that's something else that I learned. It's not my job to convince people that this person isn't a good person, or be careful of that person. It's not my job.
No,
They need to figure it out.
I know
yeah,
your motivation, Jenna, is to prevent people from being hurt, but it doesn't work. It never
no,
works.
I'm going to be very
no,
honest. Like someone can sit here and say, you know what, that person, I'd really be weary, and I'd be like, you know what, I am a big girl. I haven't seen it from that person until I see something for myself. Then I'll talk about it then. But until then, like I'm not going to listen to what other people say until what I experience for myself. And maybe that's just me
right.
being stubborn.
Yeah.
But I have to experience something for myself in order for me to learn
Yeah.
something.
But
It's
sometimes you
hard.
have to see it for yourself before
Right.
you actually
I'm
see it.
that way. I'm not I mean,
Yeah, I am.
yeah,
I'm
I
definitely
sometimes
that
it
way.
kicks me in the ass, but yeah, I have to learn for
My
myself.
my husband
Sometimes you have to eat crow and
Yeah.
then wipe
eh,
the egg off your face,
my
so to
husband
speak.
calls me stubborn. Like he's like, you're just stubborn. I'm like, it's not I'm
It's,
stubborn.
I hate to cut it short, but I'm on granddaughter duty. She just came outside,
Oh,
so
Okay,
hey,
I'm
hey,
Tom.
gonna.
Jenna, come back
I'm
up
glad you
again.
gave it up.
Come
Yeah,
back up
I
again.
will. I
Okay,
definitely will.
okay,
But I'm gonna go so I can play with her. She wants to go swing, so I'm
okay.
Aw,
gonna go. And thank you guys for
aw.
having me up.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for
I'm
coming
glad
up.
you
I
came
enjoyed
up.
it.
Good to
Yeah.
Yeah,
talk to you
so
again,
listen.
Jenna.
What?
Good to see you and
What?
talk to you again.
You see
Aw.
Dini in the pool? Oh, a
My
mosquito's in the
granddaughter
pool?
is adorable.
Yeah.
Keto.
I will go get the mosquito. Can you say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Aw.
Sounds
All
so
right,
sweet.
guys. Talk to y'all later.
All right,
Okay,
bye,
take
All
Jenna.
care.
right.
Bye,
Bye.
Gemma.
Oh my God, how cute.
Yeah, that was. I think I'm going to cut it short. Ginger, you wouldn't want to go live and talk about Johnny Depp tomorrow, would you?
It will depend on certain things, as you're aware of.
Oh, I know. It will depend, but let me know. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys stay tuned because it might be Ginger tomorrow.
By the way, can you do me a favor? When we hang up here,
Absolutely.
I need for you to call my phone because I know that you and I have the right numbers, but for whatever
Okay.
reason, I have 3 Carla Marie phone numbers and I have no idea why.
Jesus, I only have one from you for you.
Which is I'm going, why do I know another Carla Marie and I wasn't aware and I
I
can't
promise you, I do not have 3 phones. I only have one. I can
That's
barely use that one.
That's right. Either texting or something because I have a work
Good
number
Lord.
for you, a home number, and then another number. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, M says,
So
my
true.
best advice to anyone on here, new on here, would be take things with a grain of salt. Take everything with a grain of salt on here. Exactly. You
Amen.
are so right. Yeah, I just don't want to be involved in any drama. That's it. So I'm gonna cut it short. We didn't get to
Thanks
talk
for
about
having
what
me
we
up,
were going to
Carla.
I
do.
don't think an hour
Yeah,
and a
thanks
half
for
is
coming
cutting
up.
it
It was a
short, but
great live. Thank you
Yeah.
guys. That was great
Have a
having
great
Jenna
day,
up.
everybody.
it was, it's always good getting along and with not having
Yes.
animosity.
Yes,
If
it
I really
is.
had animosity, I just never knew what was going on.
Well, sometimes you have animosity and you don't, and then you think to yourself, well, why was I? And then you're like, I had no reason.
I don't even
It's like,
remember
I
why.
really don't. I
That's
don't
so
remember
sad.
why. And when it gets to that point, you just have to like move on and
I'm really happy
take
you and
care.
Gemma made amends, Carla. Very
Me
happy
too.
about that.
I was
Yeah.
too. I was too.
Yeah.
So okay, so I'm gonna cut it short. Not short because we've been on for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you've been on it for over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Have a good day, chat.
Bye,
Yeah, you
everybody.
guys have a great
Ladies.
day. Love you guys. Love
Yeah,
mods. Thank you,
I'm gonna be resting.
Kim A, for joining the Coffee Coalition.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
appreciate that.
yeah,
And
Kim,
you guys,
I gotta get her information behind the scenes. I gotta meet up with her. She lives so freaking close.
oh yeah, Kim A, she lives in New Jersey, right?
But like, you don't understand. I do believe we live very close to each other to a point that it would be very easy. Like, even if we wanted to tomorrow, to like meet up for coffee, if we
Oh, that's
wanted.
so cool.
That would be
But
so, yeah, neat.
I gotta be able to walk.
You know,
So
I met somebody from YouTube, right?
I
In
do. I
real life.
know. Remember, I saw.
But that was a bad experience. So, well, one of these days I'll
Couple
talk about
people.
it. But
Maybe it
yeah,
might.
Yeah.
Maybe one day it might be okay. You never know.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully.
Um,
I don't dwell on it.
bygones be bygones.
oh yeah, it is.
All bygones be
And that
bygones.
person is gone. But you guys have a great day.
Yep.
Hopefully
Thanks
talk to you
again,
soon.
Carla.
Okay, guys. Take
Bye,
care.
everyone.
Take care,
Bye,
everybody. You guys have a
everybody.
great day. I love you so much.
Bye,
Um,
Carla.
bye. I love you. You guys take care. Bye.